I'm Joanne Hall, and you're watching Smithfield Today. We're in the beautiful garden of the Smithfield Inn in historic downtown Smithfield with Russell Parrish. He's the chairman of the Isle of Wight, Windsor, Smithfield Chamber of Commerce. I always get all those names confused. We're going to talk today about a new program that's been in the works for about 2 years in Smithfield. I appreciate you coming today.
Thank you very much.
We're going to talk about America in Blooms.
This is a fantastic program. You're right, 2 years ago, we had been planning this as a precursor to several different initiatives that we have been sort of developing over time. But one of the most interesting things when I became chair of the chamber was finding the background on America in Bloom. And we have an incredible Master Gardeners program in the area, yes, and lots of wonderful plants and parks, and et cetera. And it just became a natural sort of progression to join this program. And it's a nonprofit, 501c3 program, America in Bloom is.
It's a national.
It's a national program. And they disguise it as a competition. And so what is involved is that towns and cities of a similar size compete for environmental friendliness, turf and ground covers, beautification efforts, and the end result is having community involvement. And so that everybody can take pride and ownership of their community, and it can become a starting point or a continuation point, depending on your community's progression in the process of just additional beautification measures. And hopefully, at the end, when we go to Fayetteville, Arkansas for the symposium in September, we can actually win. So that's what we're hoping.
Well, it seems a natural program for a town as beautiful as our Smithfield is anyway.
We have a beautiful town here. There are so many absolutely wonderful places and programs and people already engaged in the community here that we didn't even have to work very hard at this, we feel like, on some levels, other than documenting some of this for our judges to come. But part of this was that we get more leaders involved in the process. And so 2 years ago, our local Chamber of Commerce decided that with their incoming class of a leadership group, that we would start off their retreat session with the America in Bloom effort being their own contest almost internally. And we divided up the group of about 17 future leaders into 4 different categories that mirrored the America in Bloom categories where judging will occur. And what happened was that they became more enriched by the process. Not every one of them lived in Smithfield. Mm-hmm. So what happened was they began to explore Smithfield and to see all the wonderful things that they either passed by on a daily basis and just didn't stop and see, or things they had no idea existed. And that was just through their process of documenting, seeing the good things, seeing the things that could be made a little better, or just raising the awareness of the wonderful efforts that had already been in place. And so what they did over a course of 10 months was begin to document, and what part of this process is establishing a community profile. That's America in Bloom's term for basically a document that states what's in place, what we have, what's beautiful, great, on different levels. And those students came out and graduated. Part of their graduation was to present the America in Bloom / Smithfield in Bloom, as we're liking to call it now, effort to Smithfield Town Council, with the goal that Smithfield would take up the reins and actually enter the competition.
Because there's a fee involved.
There's a small fee attached to it, and so the town takes some ownership absolutely of the effort. And it wasn't hard to convince them, because before the students were done, I believe the town had already made up the decision in a previous session that this was a no-brainer, because we have so many beautiful things already in play. So
how did you ever hear about the program? Because I'd never heard of it before.
I had heard of it through the president of our chamber, Connie Rhodes. And she had mentioned that it was something that had been brewing for several years in the past, but the timing wasn't quite right then. And now, the timing just made sense. We have a lot of beautification efforts going on around Smithfield over the past couple of years. It's amazing, while the economy has been low, Smithfield has been doing a lot of planning in the past couple of years. And on the eve of the judge's arrival, we're going to have so many beautiful things in place. It's going to blow our own socks off, not to speak of the judges. So the goal was take advantage of the timing, and we have so much community pride already, and with different groups doing different things and trying to all make it successful through this very strange economy that we've been having. And Smithfield is such a wonderful place to begin with. It was a natural sort of progression that we take this on as a project through the chamber and begin to seek out all the people that have already been doing things and sort of network them together.
Put them together
And it's all about community involvement at the end of the day.
I guess the Church Street beautification project kind of played into your whole plan there.
You know, being the chair of the American Bloom effort, I've been doing this the whole time because, as you know, the Church Street beautification effort has involved lots of different things, but part of it has been tearing up the streets, the main streets.
And closing the roads.
And closing the roads for a long time. And so, you know, the goal is to have all of these things back to a better state than they were when we started, and that is going to happen. And it's going to happen about a week before the judges arrive.
Cool, that is cutting it pretty close. Did you get to pick when they come, or it's just part of the program rotation? Or
they gave us a couple of dates, and we had to make the bold decision of when to make them available for us and when we thought we might be ready. I don't believe we gave them any background on what the beautification efforts have entailed so far, so they're going to be surprised when we show them some before and after photographs.
I'll say.
And we hope that all the bricks will be laid, and we have, you know, as you know, we have other things that are happening along with the street beautification that are also dovetailing together all at the same time. So we have the firehouse restoration on North Church Street. We have the Elks Lodge down on Wharf Hill that's being restored. It won't be done yet, but it has come a long way, and will be by the time the judges get here. We have the Taste of Smithfield shop on Main Street that replaced the old Ben Franklin store. That's going to be nearing completion. I think it'll be open for a soft opening when the judges come, so we can hopefully give them some taste of ham while they look at the new mural painted on the wall at Simpson's Pharmacy. So we have quite a few things in play, all coming together at the same time, and we hope that the judges will really take a keen eye to that and enjoy their visit.
Well, when you enter, do you put together a package that you submit? Is that how it?
The community profile is a package that we have been developing for a while with the student leaders that we have in the Isle of Wight Leadership Program. They began that effort, and part of it was documenting all of the wonderful things that we have in Smithfield. Some of it's just writing it down. You know, how many parks, where the parks are, you know, what environmental efforts the town has made, what wonderful steps we've made towards improving the water quality, to, you know, the wonderful landscape beds, what the master gardeners have been doing, documenting all of these different outreach efforts, and begin to see where we have opportunities to improve and just to continue the maintenance and to get people behind pride in the community and pride in their own houses and residential, because this isn't just a town effort. It also is supposed to reflect business efforts, residential efforts, and in community involvement along with the town efforts that they do. So there's a multifaceted approach to this, and when the judges arrive, they're going to want to see all of these different efforts across town. So we have
How long are they here for when they come?
We have them here for 2 days. And so 2 days, and part of this documentation effort is to try to put together a wonderful itinerary to try to show in 2 days everything that we have going on. And that isn't just showing every flower we have. That's the environmental aspects, the people involved in heritage preservation, which is one of the categories, the people that are involved with improving neighborhoods, like the Pinewood relocation process. That is like a classic entry into this particular American Bloom
Oh, that's
process.
good. I never would have thought of that.
No, so there's some wonderful things that are
And the
improvements.
Windsor Castle Park, I guess.
The
is-
improvements to the community, those are some of the easy ones. The Windsor Castle Park, the pine woods happening, the reverse osmosis plant that went online not too long ago. All these things dovetail into this American Bloom process.
Do you get to plan a tour for them, or do they tell you where they want to go with it?
Our goal is to suggest an itinerary, and we have been massaging that over the past couple of weeks, and we have a pretty good itinerary, and it's supposed to showcase a little bit of everything that we can in the 2 days, but not wear them out. The goal is to give them time to sort of take it in, and they have to judge, so they have to take time to write it down and ask questions. And our goal is to showcase not only the things they can see, but to also expose them to the leaders and the people that are in the community so they can hear what has gone on before.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
So 2 days, there's no way we can
Yeah.
give them history, but we can start the process. And at the end, we provide them with a list of all the people that they've got to meet over 2 days, and they can contact them for further information if they need to later.
Oh, wow. Does it involve just the historic area or the whole town?
The whole town is part of this process, and so that's been the challenge, and especially when we had our leadership class identify the good things, the bad things, the areas needing improvement, because every town, every city of any size has good, bads, and the things nobody wants to talk about.
Yeah.
But the goal is to see how we can elevate what we already have, where we can make improvement. There are some things that are down the pipeline, we know, in future planning efforts, either through the town's efforts or tourism's efforts or chamber, et cetera.
I guess
Master
they look at
Gardeners.
that kind of thing too.
And we let them know we have things, we're not done.
Yeah.
We're not done, so.
Well, speaking of that, we have to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll talk about who we're competing against and some of the criteria. We've got to take a break, but stay where you are. We'll be right back.
If home is where your heart is, shouldn't your dollars be here too? You might think you're getting a better deal down the road when shopping at home actually makes more sense. Why waste gas and time driving everywhere when you can shop here in the place you call home? Your tax dollars stay in the local community, paving roads, building schools, making a better, safer town to raise our families in. That's one big way we can all make a difference in our town. Shop at home where your dollars make sense.